just at first glance, looking at this, let's go right here. There's a hole right that I'm gonna note is they have a really good
It is a beautiful day, and today I'm going to do one more 3D scan on the Jeep Gladiator. So let's see how this new one does. I'm going to start some lunch and then go ahead and scan the Jeep while my lunch is cooking. Steak break. All right, today we are going to start our scan with the app called Scaniverse. Bring it up. Start a new scan. Medium object, people, vehicles, furniture. So we're going to do a medium-sized object. Let it get started, and here comes your time lapse and time lapse music montage. Blah 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 blah. All right, so I'm done with the scan, and in looking at it as I was working on it, looked like there was a lot of drift, but the first kind of like draft looks like there's some holes in the roof and stuff like that, which isn't that big a deal for a test scan. But I'm going to go ahead and run a detail, and that's going to start processing the scan, and I'm going to see if my lunch is about ready. Okay, the scan is done, and this particular app has the option to save the raw data, which I'm going to do, and I'm just going to go ahead and save it. My lunch is just about done, so we'll save the review of both the app and the scan for after lunch. All right, so back in my office, workday's done. Take a quick break here to take a look at the scan before I break out for the day. So here we go. All right, so first up, let's go into my scanning apps. And we're going to go to Scaniverse, and this is the scan that I did today. Now, just at first glance, looking at this, overall image quality is pretty good, but as you can see, it's missing the cab, and I very clearly scanned the cab, and it's missing the top, and there's a couple of holes in the scan, like for example, let's go right here. There's a hole right there. You can see through right there. One of the things about this app and all the apps that I'm gonna note is they have a really good easy time with round surfaces. So look at the wheel. The wheel looks pretty darn good, but then look at this flat surface up here. This app, all the apps seem to do a really piss poor job of getting flat, even surfaces mapped. There's another hole there in the tailgate. One thing that I did find impressive about this app that none of the other apps had gotten so far is it at least registered that there was something back here that needed to be scanned, and that the bike rack. Obviously, it didn't get the bike rack very well, and that's kind of disappointing. The lighting, obviously, I mean, you can see this was the side that was in shadow, and this was the other side of the Jeep. And then here, actually looking at this. So here, this is a nice flat surface. That's not very flat. Like the scan itself of the bed of the truck is just not as flat as I'd like it to be. Overall, it clearly, I mean, look at the door right here. This is another thing. I think it's all wavy and stuff. Overall, this isn't going to work. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but for having pretty good lighting, being outdoors and under good light, I'm just not impressed. I'm like, again, this isn't like an app that I can't write an app to do something like this, and so in that sense it's pretty impressive to me, but none of these apps are getting flat surfaces, so I might have to scrap the whole thing. I got one more app I'm going to try after this. That is going to be Canvas, which is actually it's meant for like architectural stuff, but for now, that is, yeah, that's kind of, it is what it is. I mean, like, so I wonder if multiple tries, eventually you'll get it right, but it just feels like it shouldn't be doing quite what it's doing. Granted, this is a relatively larger object to be scanning. This particular scanning app did really good on smaller objects in small rooms and stuff, but for this type of application, I don't think I'm going to give it my blessing. So, all right, those are my thoughts. So you know the drill. Work hard, play hard, and be a big softie when you get home. Thanks for watching.